Chris from Stumbringer Magazine. We're here at the second day of the Metalfest Austria in Minning together with the guys from Graveyard. Yep. Good to see you. Hope you're doing fine.
Absolutely.
To play one of the first shows today. So how was it? Many people at the show?
Yesterday. Today was awesome, man.
Where was yesterday?
What?
Where you been yesterday?
At another Metalfest.
That's all, Germany or?
Yeah, that's right. It was awesome, but we were really worried because it started to rain when we went here to Österreich instead. So, and when we came here, but the whole stage had blown down and stuff. So we didn't know anything if we were about to do a show, but went up on time and was really good.
It was a horrible weather yesterday. I think I got fucked up yesterday, so it was like pure horror. I think there was more than a festival weather. So, do you enjoy to play in Europe? Do all the festival shows tonight to this year?
Again?
Are there many festival shows planned this year?
Yeah, there's a whole lot. Like tomorrow we're going to Rock am Ring and then Rock am Park.
Oh, great.
And I think we're coming back to do some more European festivals. We're doing like a bunch in Scandinavia, and then we're doing Wacken and Krachenbach.
Krachenbach, is that Germany or?
Yeah, I think so. No, close to Wacken.
Oh.
Pretty close. And then I think we're doing maybe Pukkelpop in Belgium.
Yeah,
something.
There was the festival, the accident last year happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think there's some more European festivals scheduled for this summer too. But then we'll release a new album in late October, and then we'll come back for a longer European tour in December.
Let's talk about the music from Graveyard. You're really influenced of the old music from the 60s, 70s, so the best time for rock music, I think, in this world. So, what is your biggest influence there? There's some bands who inspired you to do the music, or is like all the music in that time? You know what I mean? Like, are there some bands who say, yeah, that is it?
Yeah. I think I know we all kind of got into this scene with Black Sabbath. I think so.
Everyone.
That's a common, or that's a group we all. It all started with kind of, I think, music wise, but we played punk rock and hardcore and all kinds of stuff earlier, and then we got into. I remember the first time I heard War Pigs on the radio. That's the first time I really, started to dig into the older music, or
Yeah, and we listen to a lot of old blues like Fleetwood Mac with Peter Green and stuff. But I must say also like that people might not think that we listen to that kind of music, but we listen a lot to new stuff too, like death metal and punk and jazz and folk music. And I think we take all of those things into Graveyard. It just like Japanese bands, when they try to sound like a band from Europe or the US, it comes out totally differently and it becomes something new. And I hope that this is the way with Graveyard too. Like, when I think I'm playing like that Dave Lombardo in my head, it sounds like totally different when someone's listening to me, like trying to be, because I'm not nearly as good as a drummer, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand it clearly.
Like even if you hear something in your head, it comes out totally different. So I think it's good to listen to a lot of different types of music, and then try to play it your way.
So that's great when you have all this influence that you put in your music. What about you? What is your personal influence in music? Your playing?
Well, there's a lot of guys out there. If you talk bass playing, or do you talk like music?
About the music. And maybe bass playing. May you have someone you say, okay,
yeah,
I'm looking up to that guy.
Yeah, well, first of all, I have to mention Lee Lyons from 10 Years After. He's the main. He's the coolest bass player ever. And then, of course, Giz Butler and Cliff Burton. Cliff Burton is the reason why I have a Rickenbacker.
Really?
Yeah, first.
What do you think about Lemmy? I think you played last year tour with Motorhead.
Well, I think that guy wears an Rickenbacker with honor. Yeah. He's really awesome and really humble, and I think he knows where it comes from, So, but influences in music, like you said, Black Sabbath, and there's loads of bands
from that time that weren't that big, commercially, but really, really good.
You mean bands like Hawkwind, for example?
Hawkwind.
Hawkwind, yeah, for example.
Yeah,
The
well,
space rock stuff.
Of course, the big influence on some songs. But you have loads of bands like Blue Shear, Granicus, Solar Baltimore, and you have Japanese bands.
I told before, the Japanese music also.
Yeah. And then you can listen to Ethiopic jazz, and you can listen to blues from Mali, and you can listen to Swedish jazz. We pick influences for all kinds of music, But hard rock, metal, I really like that. That's like where we belong. But put little pieces of the cake into it, and then try to make it out.
And how was it to be on tour last year? Like I said before, you did a tour with Motorhead together, some dates in Europe. How was that? I mean, that must be really big audiences, and it must be cool to be on tour with Lemmy. Was it cool to be a support band from Motorhead?
Of course, it's cool thing to be a support band from Motorhead. It's one of the biggest things.
Are you treated right, or like?
Yeah, they were perfect, I could say, and we really loved their catering personality too. They were really great because.
I heard somewhere that Lemmy has to. He wants to improve the band before he takes it on the show, and to have an improvement by Lemmy. That's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
You like papers?
Yeah, I read.
And
I read pretty much everything I get my hands on, and even if it's German, I try.
But this the Bild, I think, it's not very good for education.
No, yeah, I heard it's like headlines. I saw it was a Nazi scandal with Farmer Six's wife. I wish we had that in Sweden too. We only have like they have a lot of times in Belgium, like pedophile scandals in Farmer Six's wife.
Yeah, but we have that in Austria too. We have it with the.
Oh yeah, we're in Austria now. Yeah,
we're in Austria.
It's Fritzl time.
Yeah, I think they will last that every time it is.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make a joke about that. Sorry. No, but I read a lot. Yeah.
But Sweden, what you said before, Sweden, the music scene there and everything there is very interesting for us. We're in Middle Europe. I mean, I'm taking a lot of time to being there, and it's very interesting to be around, to talk with the people. And from my view, the people are generally opener to music. I mean, you're sitting there listening radio, and you hear then a song from, for example, Dark Tranquillity in the radio.
Yeah.
You can imagine this here in Europe, as here in Middle Europe, because for us it's that like play metal in the normal radio at 12 a.m. It's like, no. So, what is about Sweden? Is it good to be a musician there, to be around there? Is there a good crowd, a good scene?
I know. I think Germany is the most metal country on earth. I think.
That's also a thing.
Yeah. But I think, like music-wise, I think maybe like Sweden is open to. A lot of different, some stuff. But I mean, I hate the radio in Sweden too.
Yeah. Really?
Like, the biggest.
Only example.
It's always a certain
like the biggest
kind of. Sorry.
Yeah, the biggest national radio station in Sweden. Their slogan is "We love new music," as if new music would be like automatically good. So they play new music, but I mean, what's that? Play good music instead of new music. I mean, new music can be good too, but. So I think radio in general, I don't know, it's,
You're not the biggest radio fan, at least.
Yeah, there's a really good local radio station in Gothenburg called Radio Partille, and they play whatever they want, and they love the music that they play, and they're not professional, so like in the middle of a song they go like, oh sorry, I have to cut here because now news is coming up, and then we'll play the rest of the song after news.
That sounds great.
Yeah, they're like totally devoted to, and they play a lot of old like soul and old R&B, like early Elvis and stuff like that.
And let's talk about your new record, what's coming up. You said they will release it in October. Is there some information you can give to the fans? Is there something you can tell about it?
It's gonna be good, hopefully.
lot of synthesizers. No.
Electro-pop music.
Yeah. No, I don't know what to say about it. Maybe a bit more text-oriented, maybe?
Yeah, and maybe, I don't know. I hope it's gonna be. You still hear a Graveyard in it, but I think it's gonna be
Something new?
Yeah.
But in which way new? Is something from the sound, or do you say, okay, you try some experiences? Maybe like Pink Floyd or something like that?
No, the sound will be like more or less the same. It's the same studio, but with new mixer, new mixing table. But I think the sound is just better overall. We have better gear, and that this mixing table is better. And I don't know. We'll have like one song that's harder and more maybe metal than any song we've did before. But then we also have songs that are more softer than we've ever done before.
Blues music more in that way?
Yeah. You can hear maybe some Tom Waits and Leonard Cohen and.
But that seems to be interesting because they're two great artists. Oh, like
Yeah, and yeah, there's a lot of different influences. So I think, like, if you think there's a spectrum where Graveyard makes music from soft to hard, we just made that spectrum even like
bigger.
The harder is harder and the softer is softer. Yeah.
That seems interesting. I'm looking forward to that. What do you think about the upcoming record from your band? What do you think the people will expect or will get from it?
Well, another Graveyard album.
That's great.
Sorry for that, Tess. But well, like I overheard something from Axel. Like, if you like the last album, well, it's gonna be more diverse or something. Well, so. Well, we're not gonna change style or anything, you know. Only our image. We're gonna have kung fu fighting clothes on the stage and doing round kicks.
You
went to some
a lot of yodeling.
It's a synth 80s band or something from the style.
Lederhosen, electro yodeling pop. With a lot of bass tubas.